What's up, guys? It is like 1,000,000 degrees in Denver right now, which is unfortunate. Today, I am in my garage. I'm starting the vlog off a little differently. I have a new toy. This toy is something I've wanted for a long time. I've never had a shop vac, and today, I got a shop vac. So, today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna unbox it, and then I'm gonna review it by cleaning up my garage. I've never owned a shop vac before, and so I thought they were bagless. But no, this does come with a bag, a giant fucking bag. So how does it work with wet stuff? Installation instructions. Filter bag to be used to pick up a dry debris only. There we go. Sucking shit up. What is this? Diffuser. Diffusing what? Oh, there's one more too. Oh, this thing's gonna have a super long arm on it. That's kind of cool. It looks like a giant horse dildo. Then like a normal vacuumer. Alright, there's that. So I don't see a tube at all. Maybe it's inside? Maybe it's inside. Yep. It's inside. So, right down in here, we have just like a tube right here. So that's important. And then we're gonna have, I don't know what that is. Another sucker thing. Nice. Some wheels. Look like we got some casters and maybe some actual instructions in here. And then another one of these. I'm thinking these might be some kind of feet. Alright, I figured out what these are for. Alright, so it looks like these just slide on, but they might go in with a screw, because there's screws here. And I don't know what else there'd be 4 screws for. Only they go there. Now I can't get it out. That one on. This one on. This one on. Get my screw back. There we go. Look at that, it rolls around. Alright, I think this right here is where the tube goes. Let's put the lid on. I don't really read directions when I put shit together because it's just not manly, that's why. You see, I just pulled this out of my foot. This is why I need this thing. This is a piece off the lathe. Leave it on the ground so we have something to vacuum up. Alright, so there's the lid. Should we put the hose on before we turn it on? I kind of think we should put the hose on before we turn it on. Get the full effect of the power. Oh, wait a minute. Alright, I peeked at the directions, and this thing goes right here. This is a diffuser, so I guess it's like a muffler. This thing, by the way, this is the CRAFTSMAN 20 gallon, 75 liter, 6.5 brake horsepower model of this thing. And 6.5 brake horsepower, I'm pretty sure is more brake horsepower than every tool in here, including that lathe, which is a machine tool up there. I don't even think that thing's 6 brake horsepower. This is like the biggest tool in my shop now, which is kind of crazy. Like most of my saws aren't even that high of horsepower. All right, and then this goes right here. Figured out what the screws are for. The screws hold this on, and then they hold these pieces on, which I think hold the tools, which is super nice. Alright, those went on super easy with a just a screwdriver, and then I really like this little design. See, there's a little hole right there so that the screwdriver fits. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, it went together really good, so let's get the hose on and turn this bad boy on. Look how long this cord is. Let's turn this bad boy on. Well, it's a vacuum. You want to see how good it works? So do I. Literally lost power because that thing take so much power, flip the breaker. But I was also running a light in here that's now off to film, and the breaker just can't handle a whole lot of juice anyway. So why is that light on? Oh, we didn't throw the full one. We just threw, oh yeah, let there be light. Alright, let's check the booty. Oh yeah, there we go. Good shit. Alright guys, I really like how it actually all folds up. I like this part, how these things go on here. And they fit into a little crevice right down in there. And I really like that. And I like how that folds up. And the only thing is this right here for the cable is a little bit small. But overall, I like a thing that can go into a small space. Oh, and look at this. These little feet hold part of the tools. So you don't have to, so I took them off the top here, like there, and then they go down there. Isn't that awesome? This is great. Okay, at first I was like, this doesn't seem to have a place to hold these. Guess I'll have to put it on the shelf. Nah, it's got a spot. That's a good design. I like that design. That's clever. That all goes together real nice. Alright guys, I like it. Given my limited experience with these things, because this is my first one, solid 5 out of 5 stars. This vlog is a daily vlog. I will probably do some reviews on some shit but I'm only gonna review shit that I'm actually getting and actually like. And believe it or not, I was actually really excited to get a shop vac. I'm super excited to have it. I'm kind of a clean person. Sometimes I get really messy, but then after I make a big mess, I like to clean it up. And this is a proper tool to do that. I love that it's big. It's little. This shop is super small, but it's got room to grow, which I like getting tools that have room. That like this belongs in a bigger shop, but I want a bigger shop. So I like that. I like it. It's really cool. Now I'm gonna go build some Iron Man stuff. That's what I do mostly on my vlog. So if you are new to this channel, stick around and see. And consider hitting the subscribe button because I'd really appreciate it. You guys are great. Let's go build Iron Man shit. Alright guys, a little bit later in the day, I have finished what I'm going to finish for today, and so I'm going to get on my computer and I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on. Alright guys, here it is. This is my suit right here. If you're seeing this for the first time, it's pretty fucking awesome. I'm building an Iron Man suit. And here, what I'm working on right now is getting these exomuscle anchors. I make the highest strength to weight ratio hydraulic actuators ever made, and I need spots in here between the deep and superficial frame to mount them. And so I've started doing that on the lat muscle and on the pectoralis major muscle. So latissimus dorsi and the pectoralis major. So we'll start with the pec. It will originate here. And if you look in here, guys, you'll remember I talked about this yesterday. Here's the anchor right here, and it bolts in. And the deep part will be always bolted in, essentially, and then the superficial part will bolt in here. That's generally how these muscles will work, except for this one will actually be completely taken off because I'll have to put this on and then run that down and lock it because it's putting on front and back. So this one will actually be kind of taken off and then kind of set over here somewhere and then be brought in when I'm actually putting it on, and so both sides will have to bolt in on that case, but not for the latissimus dorsi. But anyway, so the muscle will come up through here, and that'll be the muscle belly in there, and then it'll turn into a tendon, and it'll come over this thing right here, and this part is, like I said, will probably be made out of titanium. I'm planning on making that out of type 5 titanium, so it's super lightweight but really, really strong. And then it'll come over that. The rest of the suit's going to be made out of aluminum. And there's going to be a skin on it too, so I haven't done force analysis. I've done force analysis on the anchors, and I know they're strong enough. I haven't done force analysis on the suit yet, but I need to add the skin on the outside of the suit. So, because the skin is going to reinforce the suit, so I won't know if it's actually strong enough to withhold it until I put the skin on. So, I haven't done that yet, but I'll try to do that tomorrow or sometime or something. I don't know. But anyway, then you'll see there's 2 holes here. This one has 2, and this is a more area in here, and there's really the only way to get it to fit right. But one of these will be for the pec, and one of them will be for the lat. And then, so let's say the top one is going to the pec, so we just saw where that comes over. Now the other one, the bottom one will come out, will come over this one right here, which is another one of those, and then it will come down and attach right here. And so then there, if you look in there, you can see in there, there's another one of those anchors right there. So that is kind of how that works. Short explanation for you guys today. Really wasn't that hard, that complicated to understand. If you've been following my work on the exomuscle anchors, those little anchors fit in there, and they're going to bolt down. There's 2 bolts on each side, fit in there, and essentially the top bolts, like I said, the top layer of the suit, the superficial layer of the suit, which also is completely jointed. So there's essentially 2 exoskeletons on this thing, will bolt in to its own spots that actually just bolt the 2 together, because there'll be more or less a back piece and a front piece of the deep, and a back piece and the front piece of the superficial, more or less. So essentially there's like 4 main pieces you could divide the suit into: the ventral and dorsal superficial, and the ventral and dorsal deep. So, like I said, those anchors will be attached to the deep frame as much as possible, except for spots like the pec where it has to come in and come. So after it's put onto me on both sides, then it comes over, and then that'll be put in. And then the superficial part will come on top and then be bolted together, and the bolts, the reinforcement bolts, so that those things can't yank out of there, will also go on each side of those anchors. So I got the first 2 muscles done, essentially, and then now I'll think about it tomorrow. I either need to just do all of them, or I'll do force analysis on this one first. But in order to do that, I have to do what I just talked about. I have to put the skin on there. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm a bit tired today, so I'll attack that in the morning with a fresh mind, and maybe write another goal for how I'm going to do that. But I'll do some thinking on that in the morning and attack it then. You guys are awesome. If you watched the video for the title and are stuck around to this part, you know you really like this channel, so definitely hit the subscribe button. If you're seeing this for the first time, hit the subscribe button. You know you want to. You guys are awesome. I love all you guys. You guys have a great night.